If you don't know me, I post a variety of content from lifestyle to travel to the messiness that we find on Reddit. And today we are doing a throwback series from my channel called Reddit Said It. Right now we're looking at the Am I the Asshole portion of this world, this digital world. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you have ever had to hire a private investigator. Yeah. Let's get into this because this is kind of messy. All right, am I the asshole for telling my dad my mom hired a private investigator on him? I, 18 female, am currently in uni while my parents are going through a horrible divorce. It's been going on for like 2 years and I still don't really know what happened. Both have their own story, but I'm equally close with both my mom, 60 female, and my dad, 61 male. My mom is kind of eccentric and has been visibly mean to my dad, whereas my dad is more quiet and doesn't do the same. I feel bad for him because he's tried to turn everyone, I feel bad for him because she has tried to turn everyone against him, but again, I'm not sure what happened, so maybe he deserves it. Regardless, as I said, I'm really close with both of them. Today, I was helping my mom with something on her phone and a text popped up from Private Investigator contact. And I checked and it was a bunch of messages with her and a PI. She gave him his full name, job, address, his car, license plate, name of his friends, so much stuff. It was kind of crazy and horrible to see, including the fact that some of the friends that she had listed off are like uncles to me, and I felt like it was a total invasion of privacy. And especially because I know my dad hasn't done the same to her. I told him and he started crying and I felt nauseous. He was sad and he was being treated like this. And that she's trying to ruin his life and stuff, but I feel like guilty for undermining my mom, especially when she obviously doesn't want him to know that she's investigated. I felt bad because I've seen the letters her and her lawyers have sent to my dad and it's kind of awful. I don't know, am I the asshole? Edit, I understand it seems biased. I do love them both equally, so I'm torn. I do the same if my dad did it to my mom, but please don't insult my parents. As I mentioned, I'm close with them both and it's really uncalled for. This is my first time dealing with the divorce as well, and outright bashing me is kind of ridiculous. I was 16 when this whole thing started. Yes, I'm an adult, but I'm still trying to navigate it. Thanks. Edit 2. I appreciate the advice. I understand I was TA I was wrong to go through her phone and I should have stayed out of it. Thank you for all your opinions thus far so I can see all the perspectives. Let's go through and read some of the comments. It sounds like, one comment says, it sounds like your parents are going through a contentious divorce. It can be difficult to see this as a child. Not that you are currently a child, but you are your parent's child and you may want to help. I would caution you against getting involved because you may find yourself estranged from one or both of your parents. Make sure to have someone you can talk to about these things, like a therapist. I agree. This is a very, very mature response, and it was not a response that I gave. This was by Boarded Travel. Either way, I think that she definitely should seek counseling or therapy, but on top of that, I think that she should just take her step back. She gave the information to her dad and now it's no longer her responsibility, because at the end of the day, the divorce is between them and you're just a third party. And because you're a third party, I think that you should just sit back and mind your business. Protect your peace as much as you can. Okay, so next thing. OP, you admitted yourself, this is by a Floating Cynic. OP, you admitted yourself that you don't know what happened. The person you know as your dad is likely not the same person to your mom. You'd be surprised what kind of ugly things that parents hide from their kids. I used to work in family law as a paralegal, and people who found out about private investigators did not deserve to have them typically. What? Didn't deserve to have them, and they typically got mad, not nauseous and weepy. We can't really ruin someone's life with a PI unless they have something to hide. Maybe I'm wrong and your dad is not the odd nut. Wait, what? Maybe I'm wrong and your dad is the odd one out, but what's happening between them is none of your business. And if your dad was sharing those letters with you, then it's being inappropriate and trying to influence you for a reason. And there's no violation of privacy either. It's very common to get a court order to disclose almost everything when you are divorcing so that nobody hides any assets. It's also not normal for divorces to be dragged out for years unless something is really preventing it. Stay out of it and let it play out. You are the asshole for interfering. Girl, I'm standing 10 toes down on her being the asshole for looking at her mama's phone, but not for telling her dad. Because I would hate to be blindsided like that. That's so rude. Okay, this one's by JD. Honestly, your dad could have cheated and she's trying to gather all the evidence she can against him to make sure she doesn't get screwed in the divorce. This is just an assumption. He could be completely innocent. Regardless, you're 18 in the middle of a divorce of two people who raised you and who care a lot about you. There's a lot on your shoulders and you are not the asshole by any means, regardless of what the circumstances of the PI entail. Remain strong, sending love your way. See, that's a very cute response. That's a very cute response. Gently. This is by Acrobatic Hippo. Gently, you are the asshole. Abuse is not always loud. Sometimes the reaction of the person being abused seems mean, while the abuser seems to have a good guy or gal persona. It's actually very common for things to be that way. I'm gonna go through and read the comments on my own time. So right now, we're just gonna give my opinion to her being an asshole. Okay, so boom. I don't think that you're the asshole for telling your dad that your mom has a PI on his tail. I think that you're an asshole for going through your mama's messages. Cause you know that's kind of trifling, bro. you know that's kind of messed up. And unfortunately, it's one of those things that we just don't know what's gonna happen in life. Cause like, am I the asshole? But I don't think that you're an asshole for telling your dad. And honestly, good for you for telling your father. Because your father deserves to find out what's happening. And I do not think that he should be blindsided. I also think that it helps him cover his tail, especially if he is doing something trifling. So that way that he can start making his actions correct so he can get his bag in the divorce too. Period. Because I want to know. I really want to know what happens. Because honestly, what if because she hired a private investigator, he gets more money? I don't know what happened between them, but I'm on dad's side. Because why the hell are you in my business? Why are you tailing me? This was supposed to be amicable. And now you're out here being messy. You're doing some things that you saw on TikTok. Ma'am, no. So, to answer your question about being an asshole, no, you're not an asshole for telling your dad that your mom has a PI. But you are an asshole for opening up your mama's messages. Because why would you do that? Why would you do that, bro?